welcome back to Beach Angel Tarot. I am going to do my February 2023 What is Your Love Story? And I'm going to use a new deck, not a new deck, but I mean it's a different deck. I always use the story cards and I have them out here. I was going to use them, and then as I sat down here to do this reading, I was guided not to use that deck this time. I'm going to use my Rainbow Rain, which is a deck that I created myself. So I think it's the very first time I haven't used the story cards. I love them, and they're awesome for this spread, but for some reason Spirit wants me to use my Rainbow Rain, and I'm going to honor that request. So focusing on everyone, law of attraction, going to tap into the angels and see what they have for our love story for the month of February 2023, which is the month of love with Valentine's Day. And we have retreat, emerging, and romance. Ooh, I like it. Well, let's just keep it in the order that it was going, right? So I feel like this could be like the month in large. You know, we may start out in more of a retreat, and then, you know, the energy is emerging and moving a bit more, and then into full romance. Or there could just be a blend of all those coming up in the month of February for us. Oh geez, I don't know why that did that. Let me see. Okay. Sorry about that. I have to have my music playing. Alright, so we're going to focus on the spread. What wants to come out for us with this new way of doing it with this different deck, and focusing on I feel like coming out of slumber too, like retreat is feeling like sleep, feels like the Four of Swords. Emerging feels like an awakening, and maybe even a little bit of Gabriel, like Archangel Gabriel. It feels like the Judgment card a bit, and then maybe like the Two of Cups or the Lovers card. So there feels like a coming out of a slumber, like a bear waking up or something. I'm kind of feeling, or awakening, like I don't want to say startling awakening. Being awoken, I feel energetically with those. So focusing on the spread, I'm going to shuffle for each one. So who you are in your love story, what energy surrounds you in your love story at this time in the month of February. We have deep emotion, undercurrent, which I may not look at each one. We have the spiritual journey. So who you are right now, you know, I feel like you're really feeling this spiritual aspect of this connection, you know, the journey part of this connection right now. You may be contemplating it. You may be, you know, really focused on or more into the spiritual component of the connection versus the 3D or the everyday, you know, relationship aspect. You're more in the elevated 5D emotional aspect of it. So you may be connecting more to your partner in the 5D, in the higher realms, you know, during the day in your conscious waking state, or even connecting more at night or in dream state. So that's who you are. And that being said, we're looking at February, so I feel like that can even indicate a message to us that there may be something that comes in dreams. You may get a very clear dream, you know, in regards to your counterpart or your person that you remember, or you may get up and feel like that person's been with you, and you may feel the emotions of a dream. So you may wake up very emotional, and just know that if that's the case in February, that you have experienced a true like connection with them in the dream state. So where your partner stands in this love story in February, what is their character, how are they behaving? Right where I kind of want to show you, because it's my favorite dude. It's generosity, Saint Nick, and admiration. So a lot of, I'm going to give this message, but I'm going to shuffle and pull one as well. But part of where your partner stands in their love story in February is they're being very generous with their admiration of you. This is even a card for me of invitation. So they may be generously inviting you out, or to want to see you, or to give you something. There is that, if nothing else, they are generously admiring you and making it known, I feel, right? They're bestowing gifts of admiration on you. So even if it's just like on Facebook or Instagram or something, they are, letting you know one way or the other of their admiration of you. So that's a beautiful energy to be in. But let's just see, I'm going to pull one from that I do feel that message stands. Because when I see Santa, I do feel the message is important. So where your partner stands in the love story in February, what is their character? How are they behaving outside of what I just said? Asking for another one, Spirit, how are they behaving? And we have summer, and then we have powerful communication, summer. So again, a warmth of communication, right? Summer is warm, it's inviting, it's also, sunny, it's enlightening, it's clarity. And when we have the powerful communication, I just feel like they're just, they're warmly expressing themselves and their energy to you in the month of February. And it's just going along with the Santa and the admiration. So they may be doing that a bit more than they normally do. So if they haven't expressed their gratitude for you in a while, or they don't do it a lot, you're going to find that they are, because summer is positive. There's a positivity, there's a warmth, and we have a lot of the solar chakra here too. So a lot of solar energy, which is indicating of yang. So a lot of activity. This person is going to have a lot of activity in a positive way in regards to you in the month of February. So 3, who or what is blocking you from moving to the next chapter in your love story? Who or what is blocking you? And we have 2 came out, preparation and overwhelmed. So I feel like when I see preparation with overwhelmed, it can be the overwhelmed, right? But together it feels like expecting, because when we're preparing, we're looking towards the future. We're preparing ourselves for something, whether it be good or bad, right? So I feel like an expectancy of being overwhelmed. So what is blocking you is perhaps a projection of your partner being overwhelmed by the energy, or feeling like you're going to be overwhelmed by the energy, or something's going to kind of rain down on them or rain down on you. And it's like you're preparing for the worst. You're preparing for heavy energy. And that's actually what's blocking you. So there's a fear here, right? You're preparing for something that maybe has happened in the past. And you feel like you have to be ready for this, right? So that's what's actually blocking you. So you want to watch that thought pattern or thinking that, the energy is going to kind of explode or be too heavy, or, cause an issue. So it's kind of like your own projection in regards to preparing for something negative you're preparing for something negative and heavy to happen, and that's what's blocking the energy. So with the previous chapter of your love story, what has led us up to now? So the recent past, I would say, the recent past, what has led us up to now? And we have prayer. I like it. Undercurrent is the dinner date. So sacral chakra with the birds, communication and prayer. So I feel like there could have been some, activity. There could have been for some actually going out, seeing each other, or talking, or having intimate conversation at the very least for some. With prayer, I definitely feel like what has led us up to now is spirit, our faith. I get a sense of faith, right? And knowing, and our spiritual path has led us up to now. So for some, it could just be this energy of faith. And for some, I feel like you could have had some communication and or maybe even seen each other, or some intimate conversation or something like that has led up to now. Where you are in your love story, present chapter. So number 5, where you are in your love story, present chapter. where you are in your love story, present chapter. We have secure. And we have comfort. And undercurrent, there is love. I feel a lot of self-love with this, actually. Comfort and secure. I feel like you are making yourself comfortable, right? You're doing what feels good to you, and you're loving yourself. And you are in love, you know, obviously with this other person. But you are making yourself happy. You're making yourself, whatever makes you feel safe and comfortable is what you're doing. That's where you're at right now. So you're making choices based out of love for self. You're not over giving, you're not over sharing, you're not, clinging or grasping or whatever. You're just doing, if it doesn't make you feel good, you're not engaging, you are making yourself comfortable and secure. And that is a good place to be. It's a lot of good self-love, it's good self-care. That's where you are in the love story right now. Not that you don't love your partner, but you've put yourself first in this energy. Next chapter in your love story, if you can move past the block in 3, which was, our own projection, I feel, or preparation for something heavy and negative to happen, right? So we're going to watch that. Which, hey, I know if it's happened before, it's hard to not like hunker down and prepare for the worst, but they're telling us it's creating a block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6, next chapter, if you can move past that projection. And we have fairy helper. And we have hidden in plain sight. So I feel like you're going to be able to see, we're going to be helped in seeing what is truly here in the connection. What will happen if we can get past this fear-based block we're throwing out. We're going to be able to see. It's like something's going to come into focus. It's like all of a sudden there's going to be an aha moment. You're going to be able to see what it is. You're going to be able to see something in the connection that needed to be seen. You're going to be able to, but it's help. You're going to be given help in regards to that. So it's all going to kind of come into focus. Perhaps the direction of the connection, more of what is needed to be shared or seen within each other to make the connection grow and move forward. It's like going to be clarity on your path. End of the story for this time period. End of the love story for the time period. And we have property, finances, and we have lighthearted. So property and finances, I feel like value, like I feel like the energy, there's a secure energy, there's value in the connection, seeing and sensing the value in each other in the connection, but it also feels a sense of lightheartedness, and it could be because we've moved past this feeling of hunkering down, waiting for something bad to happen. But I definitely feel like the energy is opening up or awakening more to, romance in the connection, coming together, lightening up a heavier, like a feeling of more responsibility, which isn't bad, but there is a lightening of that heaviness in the connection, seeing more of what is there for the positive, I feel, in the month of February. So hopefully everyone has enjoyed this reading. If anyone has any comments or anything or suggestions for other readings you want, you can put them in the comments below. If you'd like your own personal private reading, you can click the link below and be taken in my Etsy shop. Angel blessings to everyone. Oceans of love and happy Valentine's Day.